It seems like we have a lot more water pressure in our faucets at home than before. Smell of chlorine isn't as strong as it usually is. And now I use the water from my tap for drinking and for cooking, because before I used to use bottled water.
In 1990 to now, we had a number of boil advisories on this system, which put people at risk.
And roll sound.
Got it.
Hello, I am Tanner, and currently on the edge of Nickeyeah, and we are currently investigating the water operation.
In March and July 2015, Rezo WaterNet created a youth film program for Enkaklama youth to document the water treatment plant upgrade.
Do you think much people know about this and why?
About the water treatment plant?
Yeah.
I don't know how many people know about it. You know, I was talking with the youth here, and obviously the youth, you guys weren't aware of it at all, which is troubling. I know that your chief and council are aware of it, and I know that your water plant operators are aware of it, and I know at least one elder is aware of it, but I don't know how many people in the larger Nickeyeah nation know about what's going on.
How do you feel knowing about this thing for the water coming into our town?
I think that we should have known ahead of time. Like, I don't think that we should have just found out today, like that the day it's coming in.
I never heard about this myself. I never heard about this in our town or in the community. And there's a lot of people that are probably new to this that are not knowing like what's going on right now. And
Previously, here, we would have to boil the water before it was anywhere near drinkable. So I do appreciate what the government and what the chiefs are currently doing, as in making this water drinkable without having to boil.
do you think this is helpful for the community?
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, from what I've heard, they're putting in a modern system, and it's even got filtration down to like a 5 macron.
Anything to do with water is sacred. It's a vital resource for us.
What is important of water?
Importance is everything, really. It's how you survive. Your body needs it. Mother Earth needs it. The animals needs it.
We are blessed with access to good natural resources and also water that comes from nature. However, if the water is not treated, it has the potential to be unsafe for drinking.
Now there's certain viruses that have been getting into the water on again, off again.
So our role is really to work with the communities to be able to utilize the knowledge that they have in order to work with them to improve the quality of the water.
I'm a water treatment engineer, and so I work on projects that involve water treatment, and this was another step up in my experience. Like to this project was actually that it involved two components, which was the water intake, which was the original part of the project, and then we added on the water treatment plant.
We'll build them in 20-foot containers or 40-foot containers, but in this case they wanted a small compact plant, so we put it in a 20-foot.
What are some of the specific things for this site? If you could just give us maybe a quick summary.
For this site, they wanted some ultraviolet disinfection. They wanted to make sure they had that, as along with chlorination and filtration to take care of freshet.
So a UBC summer co-op student. I'm studying chemical engineering.
What do you think a water operator does? Even though you probably know what it does. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've had a really good opportunity to talk with Warren and Jim. So I know the water operators here are really busy, and they go around to all the water systems in the community and check on them, maintain them, make sure everything's working well.
There's a water treatment plant.
This is where your drinking water comes from.
The water treatment plant.
What is the water treatment?
I don't even know myself either.
Oh, you're asking. That's joking.
What about, as an Incapacabra person, what's your relationship with water? What is our relationship with water? Is there anything you can speak towards that?
Well, this is going to sound a little bit cliche, but it is what it is. We use it to cleanse our mind, our body, our soul. It's a powerful entity on this planet that's really got to be respected.
What do I do with water?
Yeah.
I swim in it, I drink it.
I use my water at home to brush my teeth, wash my face, have a shower. And I also started kayaking, so I'm excited to go kayaking the Thompson.
Make my iced tea.
There'd be a lot of people at the river dipping for fish.
My family goes swimming and fishing like every summer.
I go fishing, water plants.
What is important of water?
Importance is everything, really. It's how you survive. Your body needs it. Mother Earth needs it. The animals needs it.
Another interesting film would be what is the importance of a water operator? The same thing, have a little cartoon person go up to the tap, turn it on if there's no water. I mean, if there's no water treatment operators, there's no certified operators out there, you're not going to have drinking water coming out of your taps.
During the winter months, the water is cold and it's very viscous, and we do have problems. We do have issues with the water freezing at the intake. Springtime, you get spring runoff, and that's freshet, and there could be issues of intakes plugging at the intake screens. And fall time, you can still have runoff, and the leaves and the debris can also plug up your intake.
Hello, I am Tanner Wilbur. I am from Shkapa Indian Band. It is currently on the other side of the river. And this is Dr. Ruby Dunstan.
Morning.
Morning. So currently there is being a water plant being placed near your garden, and you have some issues with it, I hear. Can you explain it?
Yes, my house was full of people one day last fall, and they were telling us, they were saying that they're going to improve the system, the domestic water system. That's what they were working on. But then they ended up interrupting our irrigation. We told them we want our old system back, because that old system's been there for hundreds of years, and it was put there. The Chinese people built it for us because they used to mine down here, so they built this ditch. I think what they're doing is trying to scramble because of this fire that just happened, hey? Because the fire was, you can see where the fire was, and it was just on the other side of maybe half a mile down the road there. You can still see where it's burning. And I think that's what scared them, that they messed up here. You know? Because we never ever had problems with our water before. The only thing that would happen is that the pipes that they had to go to the big tank up there would get filled with gravel, and then it would stop running, so they have to clean it out.
I do think it's part of the Chief and Council's responsibility to consult with their own members about mega projects we're doing on our reserves. So we may have slipped in that regard with communicating with our own members. And part of that is too because we haven't had a full-time administrator in the last while. So that is part of that slippage, but I think we've learned something here, that if we are going to do other projects, that we should be having those good communications with our members.
understand, you know, what you're trying to accomplish here for domestic use water. And you mentioned that you're here to get feedback from the residents, you know, positive and negative. So I'm grateful that there was funding to do this upgrade. And like what my mom was saying is that, you know, consultation with the residents on the reserve, that if you're going to be doing future developments like this for other reserves, then, you know, I ask that you go talk to the residents on that reserve.
So when we can communicate and work well together, we can support each other, right? And without that communication, what happens? You can feel it? Yeah. Just me letting go.
Don't let go. And I really thank you guys for being here. The Creator works in this way. And you guys know it right now, because what are the chances that I would walk here right now when you guys are making this film?
Yeah.
That's what I found is the strength of going into the river, that the Creator provides you with these opportunities to share that knowledge. And so that's what I'm willingly doing.
Water is love. Water is life.
Here, it's pretty big, and I don't know how it's going to get across if it's too big for the ferry.
So currently they're working in order to see if they can get a special permit in order to grant the transport onto the ferry.
Why didn't you guys think of that ahead of time?
So if you learn anything here today, I hope you remember. When you go anywhere else in the Indian country, consult.
You will have purpose if it's a community connection and everybody's involved. We will be able to see more films being made. We need to start having that outlook on a continuing basis. We need live feed to the nation on all of these decisions so that everyone can participate fully.